Have you noticed you forget small details more frequently? Perhaps names, where you placed your keys, or what you were about to say. After 60, our brain naturally begins to change. But what most people don't know is that this process can be significantly slowed down and even reversed in certain aspects. Science has discovered that certain foods have the power to strengthen neural connections and protect your brain against accelerated aging. The problem? Most people are wasting money on expensive supplements while ignoring these simple foods that could change everything. And most concerning, many are daily consuming foods that, without realizing, are accelerating cognitive decline until it's too late. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal 3 powerful foods that can transform your brain health and how to easily incorporate them into your daily routine without spending fortunes or completely changing your diet. The first food may seem simple, but it has an extraordinary impact. Blueberries. They're not just delicious, but studies from Tufts University have shown they're true protection capsules for your neurons. The secret lies in anthocyanins, compounds that give these small fruits their blue-purple color. These compounds can cross the blood-brain barrier, a rigorous protection the brain has against foreign substances, and directly combat neural inflammation, one of the main villains of brain aging. One study followed people between 60 and 75 years old for 12 weeks. The group that consumed just half a cup of blueberries daily showed significant improvement in memory tests, equivalent to having cognitively rejuvenated by up to 5 years. But here's the detail few know. To maximize the benefits, consume blueberries with a small amount of good fat, like a walnut or almond. This increases the absorption of anthocyanins by up to 38%, according to recent research. And they don't necessarily need to be fresh frozen blueberries, maintain practically all the nutrients, and are more accessible year-round. Think you know brain foods well? Wait until you learn about the second item on our list. A humble ingredient that scientists have recently discovered has a surprising impact on neural regeneration. Before revealing this next surprising food, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our exclusive videos with tips to keep your brain young and your mind sharp. New studies on brain health emerge every week, and we bring these discoveries to you in a practical way. The second food might already be in your cupboard, although most people have no idea of its extraordinary power. Turmeric, that yellow spice used in curry. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, does something that until recently was believed impossible. It stimulates the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that functions as a type of fertilizer for your neurons, promoting new connections and even the formation of new brain cells.
Low levels of BDNF are directly linked to cognitive decline and neurodegenerative conditions. A study published in the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry showed that participants who consumed just 1 gram of curcumin daily for 18 months had a 28% improvement in memory tests. The secret to properly absorbing curcumin: always combine it with black pepper.
A component in black pepper called piperine increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Just a pinch is enough. Practical way to consume: add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric and a pinch of black pepper to your breakfast, whether in scrambled eggs, yogurt, oatmeal, or even in coffee with milk. The third food is often underestimated, but is a true treasure for brain health: sardines. Sardines are one of the richest sources of omega-3 DHA, a type of fat that literally forms the structure of your neurons. After 60, our body's ability to convert other omegas into DHA decreases dramatically, making direct consumption essential. A University of Pittsburgh study followed adults for 10 years and found that those with higher levels of DHA in their blood had brains that appeared to be 2 years younger in MRI scans. But the benefit goes beyond structure. The DHA from sardines activates specific genes that combat oxidative stress, one of the main mechanisms of brain aging. What makes sardines different from other fish? Besides being more economical, they contain less mercury than larger fish and are one of the few natural sources of vitamin D, which works in synergy with omega-3 to protect cognition. Practical tip: consume canned sardines in water or olive oil twice a week. If you don't like the taste, try sardines with tomato or in pâtés. Do you already include any of these foods in your regular diet? Comment below yes or no, and which one you are most surprised to discover the benefits of. This way I can know what information is most useful to you and personalize our upcoming content. The fourth food is a true natural gem for brain health: walnuts. Something fascinating about walnuts is that they even look like a miniature brain, and this resemblance is no mere coincidence. Walnuts contain a unique combination of antioxidants, plant-based omega-3, and a specific mineral called selenium, which very few foods offer in significant amounts. A long-term study from the University of California followed more than 10,000 adults for 25 years and revealed something extraordinary. People who consumed just 2 tablespoons of walnuts per day showed cognitive functions comparable to people 5 to 7 years younger. The most impressive discovery was that the selenium in walnuts acts specifically in the brain regions responsible for short-term memory, precisely the one we tend to notice decline in first. Here's a secret that few nutritionists share: soak walnuts for 4 hours before consuming. This neutralizes phytates, substances that can block the absorption of essential nutrients. Ever wondered why some 80-year-olds have enviable memory while others begin to show decline at 60? The next tip reveals a simple habit related to eating that can make all the difference. If this information about walnuts surprised you, imagine what's still to come. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the notification bell to not miss the next videos with practical solutions to keep your brain young and your memory sharp. The best part is that all our tips are based on scientific studies and easy to implement in daily life. The fifth and perhaps most powerful strategy isn't exactly a food, but rather when you eat. I'm talking about intermittent fasting, but with a specific approach for those over 60. Neuroscience has recently discovered that short periods without food activate a process called autophagy, where the brain literally cleans itself, eliminating damaged proteins and toxins that accumulate with age. Here's the detail that almost nobody pays attention to. The ideal timing for this light fasting after 60 is different from what's recommended for younger people. Studies from Oxford University have shown that, for people over 60, a fasting period of just 12 hours, mainly at night, already produces significant benefits for the brain. How to do it? Simply finish your dinner by 7 p.m. and only have breakfast after 7 a.m. the next day. This simple adjustment in meal timing can increase the production of the rejuvenation hormone, DHEA, by up to 25%. The surprising subplot. The study found that 83% of people who managed to maintain this simple habit for 3 months reported improved sleep quality. And we know that deep sleep is when the brain really regenerates and consolidates memories. What few people know is that this night fasting, when combined with the foods I mentioned earlier, creates a synergistic effect, enhancing the benefits of each of them. It's as if you were creating the perfect environment for your brain to recover and rejuvenate during the night. As we've seen, strengthening your brain and slowing cognitive aging after 60 doesn't require expensive medications or complex treatments. Blueberries, turmeric, sardines, walnuts, and the simple habit of night fasting can make an extraordinary difference. The most important thing is consistency. You do not need a radical transformation in your diet. Small, consistent changes bring the greatest benefits over time. Remember, your brain has an amazing capacity for regeneration, even after 60, 70, or 80. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections, continues throughout life. Properly feeding your brain is just giving it the necessary tools for this natural process. Therefore, start today by incorporating at least one of these foods into your routine. Next week, add another. In just 1 month, you can already begin to feel the difference in your mental clarity and memory. Keeping your brain young and active after 60 is entirely possible. If these tips were useful to you, subscribe now to the channel and activate the notification bell to continue learning with us. In the next video, I'll reveal the 3 foods that secretly sabotage your brain health. You'll be surprised to discover that one of them is considered healthy by most nutritionists. Don't miss it. Remember, it's never too late to invest in your brain health. See you in the next video.